What's going on, everyone? Voodoo51292, and we are doing another channel update for Monday, November 28th, 2011 through Sunday, December 4th of 2011, the last few days of November, if you can believe it already. And I'm wearing all of my Saints stuff for a Monday night game tonight against the Giants. And I'm wearing my beanie because it's cold as hell outside, and I'm actually about to head right back out the door. So, let's make this channel update. And we are now entering the time of the last week of classes and then finals week for me for the semester. So a lot to talk about in regards to that, or maybe not so much that, but what's coming up after that and so forth. So this past week, really my focus was to play as much as I could play of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, which I was able to do. And I'm already up to part 97 on my playthrough, which already makes it the longest playthrough on my channel, which is not surprising, and I've barely scratched the surface, I feel like, of what the game has to offer. But I obviously have played a lot of it. I think I'm close to around 20 hours into it, and like I said, I've barely scratched the surface in the game, so that's what I did last week. Really enjoying the game, having a lot of fun right now. My character is really well developed, I think. I'm getting a lot of cool weapons, a lot of cool enchanted armor I'm finding, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having a hell of a lot of fun playing the game. So that was last week, pretty short and simple. Whenever I could get the chance, I would sit down and play some Skyrim, and that's what I've been doing. Also last week I made a video, a couple of days ago actually, regarding the situation about my PlayStation 3, which, if you haven't heard, is broken at the moment. The Blu-ray drive doesn't work, and I basically made an update video explaining, you know, what my options are as far as, can I get it fixed, do I have to get a new one, and it's pretty funny actually, because I actually went off on kind of a tangent, even though it was I guess pertinent, but kind of a rant about how fed up I had been with the PlayStation. And you know, you guys will know if you follow my channel, the whole reason for me getting an Xbox this year, or one of the big reasons, was because I was so fed up of the PlayStation 3 and Sony, and how they, you know, how the PlayStation 3 was running, especially the online service, and the fact that all their DLC was late and all that kind of stuff. That's why I bought the Xbox. And then the one thing I stood behind for PlayStation, which was the great hardware it has, it fails on me at the end of the year. And so I kind of went on a rant about how I was really kind of done, had it with PlayStation. And it's pretty funny because you see on the video all the PlayStation 3 fanboys that, you know, have the blinders on and don't, you know, refuse to look at the inferiorities of the PlayStation 3. They just think it's the best thing ever. And, you know, how could anybody, you know, say bad things about it? So it's funny because you go on my video and they all spam the dislike button. You know, they're like, oh, we'll show him, we'll hit the thumbs down button. You know, so it's pretty funny. So the video has, like, you know, 5 or 6 dislikes already to, you know, only a couple of likes. But that's all the PlayStation 3 fanboys who, unfortunately, you know, decide to live, like I said, with the blinders on, and completely just can't accept when anybody says something bad about the PlayStation, even when it's true. But anyway, the point of the video was to update you on the situation, so go check it out if you want to know what's going on with that. It's in my favorites. It should be, you know, pretty close to the top of my favorites, so go watch that video. Now, as I said, in the upcoming couple of weeks is going to be kind of another downtime, another slow time on my YouTube channel, because we are coming up on, like I said, this is the last week of classes for me, and then next week is finals week. So I'm really hunkering down right now, kind of hammering out the last, you know, assignments I have, getting some extra credit done, studying, all that kind of good stuff to kind of finish the semester strong. I'll actually give you guys an update on my situation in school, my classes, at the end of this video, because I know some people who were with me in August when the semester started, and I talked about the difficulties I was having in these classes. I'll kind of update you and tell you where I am right now here at the end of the semester, so just in case anyone's curious. But I'm going to be hunkering down, so that means for this week coming up and the week after, there's going to be little to no footage on the channel. I don't want to sit here and say there's a guarantee no gameplay footage for 2 weeks, because there may be some time where I just need to take a break, or I feel like I've done a good job and I have a little bit of downtime, I want to reward myself, I may sit down and play a couple of hours of Skyrim, or something along those lines. So I don't want to say no footage at all, but it's going to be very limited stuff. And one thing I do plan on doing this week, at least for one video, is I'm actually going to sit down and do a game review of Skyrim. And, again, people might go nuts and say, well, how can you do a game review when you haven't beaten the game? But Skyrim is not one of those games that you really beat, per se. I mean, yes, there's a main storyline that you ultimately do complete, but Skyrim, being the open world game that it is, with the hundreds of hours of content that the game has, I don't know if you can really say if you beat the game. I mean, I've played almost 100 parts of the game now. I have a good understanding of basically what the plot is. I have a great understanding now of what the gameplay is. I've fleshed out most of the gameplay mechanics. I've explored a lot of different areas. I have, like I said, put almost 20 hours into the game already, almost 100 parts. So I have more videos on Skyrim than I do on, any other playthrough I've done so far on my channel. So I think I have enough knowledge of the game and of the way the game plays to give it a fair review. And, I mean, if, at the end of the game, for some odd reason, the game completely decides to change or completely be 100% different than what it has been for the past 20 hours, then I'll probably make an addendum video to it and, correct the score. But like I said, the game is the game, and it's just that there's so much other content I haven't explored yet, but the gameplay is the gameplay, and I've experienced enough of it now to where I can review it. And the reason is normally I probably would continue to play and get through the main story quest, but I have no earthly idea when I'm going to wrap up footage on this game. I mean, this is a game that's going to continue probably well into next year. There's going to be DLC on the game. Who knows when I'll actually beat the main story missions, the main story of Skyrim, you know what I mean? I may not even do that until next year sometime, so who knows when that's going to be. And with the holidays coming up, I want to give Skyrim a game review for those people out there who are wondering what the game is about, looking for games to get for Christmas, or, whatever holiday you celebrate, and people want to know, what Skyrim is all about. It's been out for over 2 weeks now, so I'm going to give it a game review. I'm not exactly sure what day I'm going to do it, but I will be doing it, okay? Now, after finals is the start of what I'm like to affectionately call Gamingpalooza, where basically I'm going on a marathon run, and I'm going to be trying to finish as many games as I possibly can finish from the games previously this year that I was not able to finish. And I'd like to get those done through late December and even into the first couple weeks of January, because I believe I have off until January 20-something until I have to go back for the new semester. So I have about 6 weeks off where I can really concentrate and focus on these games. And these games include Batman Arkham City, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Dead Island, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Gears of War 3. And there's some other stuff possibly in there. There's the Portal 2 peer review co-op DLC, and also obviously more Skyrim. If I have some more time and things like that, I can play and do more of Skyrim. So I'm kind of going on this marathon run of games, and here's my plan, because again, like I said, the semester ends next Thursday. It's my final exam. I'm going to be packing up, moving back home, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing any gameplay actually Thursday night. It's going to depend. I mean, how I feel. I could either feel, thank God I'm done, and I'm just so beat and exhausted from studying and doing all this stuff that I just want to lay in bed and watch some videos on YouTube or whatever and just pass out, which is likely. Or I could say, hell yes, I'm done. I'm excited. I'm jacked up to be finished. I'm going to go home and celebrate by doing some gameplay. So it's really going to depend. But the thing is I can't give you a definitive schedule yet of what games I'm going to be playing in which order in December and January, because obviously there's the issue with the PlayStation 3, where I have 3 of those games I have saved on the PlayStation 3, and I don't know when I'm going to have a functioning PlayStation 3 and or anything like that. But what I can tell you is going to be first up is going to be Assassin's Creed Revelations on the Xbox 360. It's the first thing I'm going to be playing. It's the newest game that I haven't beaten that I wanted to, and I want to play it, and that's what I'm going to be starting with, is Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now my plan is, if I don't start on that Thursday night, the next day, Friday, December 10th, I'm definitely going to begin Assassin's Creed Revelations on that day. Again, I'm probably going to try, what I'm going to try to do at the end of the year is kind of do it almost DSP style, where I get up at a decent hour, get something to eat or something like that, and then jump into the game and play it for most of the day. And that's really the only way I'm going to be able to get through all of these games, and it's going to be an experience for me, because I kind of get to experience a little bit of what DSP's life is like with all the games that he has to play, and you know, how much he plays every day. So that's my goal. On Friday, I'm going to be putting in a significant amount of time on Assassin's Creed Revelations. That's my plan, unless something changes. Now, Saturday, December 11th, I'm actually going up to Nashville, Tennessee for 3 days, the 11th, 12th, and 13th, because the Saints have an away game at the Titans at Tennessee, and on Sunday the 12th, and my brother happens to live in Nashville. He had to move there after Hurricane Katrina a few years back. He and his family live up there. My dad and I have been wanting to go to an away Saints game for a long time. We've always talked about it, but now the plans have aligned where it's the weekend right after I'm off of finals. I'm free. They're playing in Tennessee, where my brother happens to live, so we have a place to stay for free. And my brother can get tickets from work, and he already has the tickets. So we're going to be up in Nashville for 3 days. And I'd like to give you some trip footage, because we're heading up on Saturday. On Sunday is going to be the meat of it when we actually go to the game. And after the game's over, we're going to be going to downtown, kind of the main areas of Nashville, which are really cool. I've been there a couple times. And we're going to just kind of walk around, see what there is to see, and just kind of spend the day on the town in Nashville and come home the next day. So what I'd like to do is at least give you guys some footage, at least on that Sunday, of kind of what Nashville is like, what downtown Nashville is like, what the scene kind of is, and it's a cool place. So I want to give you guys some trip footage like I did when I went to Florida. So that'll probably be up. And then when I get back from Nashville, it's going to be gaming straight. I'm just going to be playing games like crazy. Obviously, there's going to be some days where I do more than others, because some days I'll be helping to decorate for Christmas, or obviously on Christmas I won't be doing much, at New Year's and things like that. So there will be some days where there won't be that much, but it's okay, because if you know how slow my internet is at my house, which you do if you follow me during the summer, it takes probably around 80 minutes or so for a 15-minute video to upload at my house. The upload is just going to be continuous. Like, my computer's not going to really have a break. It's going to be upload, 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 just straight through, pretty much a continuous line. Because if I'm playing 6 to 8 hours a day, I mean, that upload is going to take forever. It's going to take multiple days to upload something from a single day. So the uploading is going to be way behind. It's going to be way behind where I actually am. But that's why it's going to be just continuous. I'm just going to put it on a continuous upload, and you're just going to have footage coming like crazy. So even when there's days that I don't do much, that might be a good thing, because it gives my uploads a chance to catch up to where I am. But obviously I'm going to continue doing my updates, my channel updates, so you know exactly where I am in relation to the uploaded footage. But that's pretty much the word. I'm excited. Hunkering down here the next week and a half or so, and I'm going to put everything I have into it, and hopefully finish strong, and then come out on the other side, and we're going to have a hell of a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be one of the most fun times on my channel so far. Is going to be just sitting down, hardcore playing these games, being free for a change of, because in the summer I had work in the summer, and I hated my job, and so I always had this cloud over me, like, oh my, I had to go to work and everything like that. And that was always weighing on me. But now, during Christmas break, I have nothing to do. I'm not working during Christmas break, and I don't have school. So I'll be completely free, really, for the first time in my channel's history this year. So I'm excited about it. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. You're going to see some great games. You're going to see co-op with Brandon and I on Dead Island, which is going to be funny as hell. And I'm just really excited. And then to close off the video, again, I said I'd give you an update. For those of you that don't know, I had a major problem with my organic chemistry class earlier in the semester where the teacher wasn't teaching us anything and the material was hard as hell. Then later in the semester, calculus was giving me trouble when our whole class bombed the first exam, and we wound up having 42 people originally in the class and having 24 people drop out until now we only have 18. I was one of the people that failed miserably the first test, got a 54, got a 79 on the second test, and was hanging in there, very close, because for me, for my major, I have to get a C in every one of my classes to actually pass the course. If I get a D, I have to retake the course. And I was kind of right on that borderline of the C and the D in calculus, and was hanging in there. So to give everybody an update on how that's going, chemistry, I've managed to kind of, during the course of the semester, kind of get a hold on it and kind of figure out the best way for me to study, which is basically reading the book, because still throughout the course of the semester his teaching has been pretty abominable. And so for me, I go to his class, I try to pay attention, but the real way I learn for that class is just coming back, reading the book, studying the book, and I've done pretty well, and I've managed to stay afloat. And then on this most recent test I got an 82, which is a mid-range B, because his grading scale is actually curved already, where usually it's a 10-point grading scale at LSU where, 100 to a 90 is an A, 90 to an 80 is a B, something like that. But with him it's curved, so it's like 100 to an 87 is an A, and then like an 86 to like a 74 or something like that is a B. So an 82 is actually an upper range B, and my average right now is a solid B in chemistry, so I'm very happy about that. I'm doing well, I'm doing okay. Calculus, the first test, yeah, I got a 54, then I got a 79, and I was at a 70, which is, his class is still a 10-point grading scale, so a 70 was literally just a C, just enough. And then we took our latest test, and I managed to pull off a 97% on the last test. I only missed 2 points. I got a 68 out of 70, got a 97%, and it raised my grade all the way from a 70 up to a 78.6. So now, whereas before I was just aiming to get a C just to escape the class and pass it, now I actually have my sights set on a B, where if I make a 1.5 more, I can get an 80 and I can get a B in the course. I don't have to just settle for a C, I can actually get a B. So that's pretty exciting, and it gives me a lot more incentive now to really study for these finals. I still have an A in biology and an A in my anthropology course, so right now I'm looking at 2 A's and 2 B's. If I could finish the semester with that, I would be going off the wall, considering I wasn't even sure if I was going to pass calculus, and then, I was aiming just to get a C, so finish with 2 A's, a B, and a C. But now it looks like I can actually pull out 2 A's and 2 B's, and the 2 B's obviously in organic chemistry and calculus too. Obviously, kind of makes sense why those aren't necessarily A's, because they're pretty ridiculously hard subjects. But so things are looking up. Things are looking good right now. It's going to be a tough week and a half for sure. It's going to be brutal. I mean, there's no getting around it. It's going to be really brutal. But if I hunker down, like I said, sacrifice the channel for a week and a half and just look at my books, focus on the books, I can finish this semester strong, and then we can have a hell of a lot of fun come December and January. A couple more things to mention before we sign off. I do still plan on, hopefully, if I finish all the stuff I need to finish, I want to plan in January, probably like the last week before I go back for the new semester, to do like a fan match week, where basically I, have a few games and have people who want to play with me, fans who want to play with me, kind of tell me which game they want to play. And if there's multiple people, maybe I'll pick the most popular one or something like that. Have people tell me which games they'd like to play with me, and we can set up and play and do that with different games throughout the course of the week. I'd still like to do that, and the games I'm thinking about are Uncharted 3, Battlefield 3, even Resistance 3 on the PlayStation 3. And then on Xbox, I'm thinking Modern Warfare 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and probably those games would be the top ones to play. And so I'd like to, and I know most people have at least one of those games. So I'd like to do that, and hopefully if we can do it, hopefully if I get it on everything I can do, we'll do that. My year-end video, my top 10 games of the year, will be coming out in January. There's no way I'm going to be able to complete everything in December and get the video made, so my top 10 games of 2011 will come out sometime in the middle of January. and I want to work on it and make it look good with some video editing and some gameplay clips and stuff like that. So that will be coming in January. And then finally, I know it's a little ways away, it's still over a month, it's about a month and a half away, but just to make people aware of it, we are already coming up on my 1-year anniversary on YouTube already. I can't believe that we're that close already to me being on YouTube for a full year. But I believe, I want to say it's the 17th of January or something like that is my 1-year anniversary, and I'll be doing a special video obviously on that day talking about the last year, because believe me, you guys have no idea, maybe you will after I make that video, but how much I've been impacted from being on YouTube and doing this for a full year. My first year being part of, you know, considering myself part of the hardcore gaming community, playing all of these games, experiencing all these different games, watching DSP all year long, seeing his take on games, watching his footage of conventions, you know, my own experiences with games, and doing the game reviews and all that. It's given me a whole new perspective on video gaming and the video gaming industry that I never would have had before had I not done this on YouTube. So still a while away, but just to make people aware of it, that my anniversary is coming up, and I'll be making a special video for that. But this week, do expect to see a game review of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim at some point this week. Other than that, if there is any footage, it's going to be very, very little, but like I said, I've put up 97 parts of Skyrim, so I think I've given people plenty to watch in this week and a half of absence, so to speak. So, thank you guys for watching this update, and I still will be making my channel update next Monday. I still will have a channel update then to update everybody, give you more concrete plans on the start of Gamingpalooza and my trip to Nashville. I'll give you guys more concrete plans on that next Monday, so be watching for that, and I hope you guys enjoy the footage. And I recommend watching the Skyrim footage, because like I said, I'm having fun, and it's pretty good footage. So I'll see you guys next time, and who dat?